Bachelor of Engineering, Mechanical Systems Engineering. So this program, as it says there, it's looking to for students who want to work on those complex projects, who want to build things, design things, and learn how things operate. It's going to teach you skills in the manufacturing and automation domain, which are really, really important in today's modern world as industry. You'll hear about Industry 4.0, talk about sort of the fourth wave of the Industrial Revolution, where we now have sort of automated computer industrial plants, but now we want to move beyond that. And it's incorporating the Internet of Things, it's incorporating biometrics, it's incorporating all these other network devices that have sprung up. AI is a new one as well. So companies are always looking to become more efficient, to build new things and to take advantage of the new technologies that are out there. And these are going to be programs that will help you do that, to help companies accomplish those goals. This program is going to be all of our programs here at Conestoga are very hands-on, but this one in particular is very hands-on. As a degree, it has 3 paid co-op work terms that are mandatory, so you will be doing co-op as part of this program. And yeah, it's a really great field, really great program to get you into the engineering field. So talking about some requirements for it, I've got listed here, you need from an Ontario point of view, our Ontario Secondary School Diploma, that's the diploma you get when you graduate high school here. But as an international student, you may not have gone to school in Ontario, so whatever the equivalent to that would be. I didn't go through, there are some courses specifically that you need in your background. When you look on our webpage for this program, it'll list the specific Ontario names of those courses. But coming from anywhere outside of Ontario, it would just be the equivalent to those. So you need courses in areas such as English, chemistry, physics, calculus, another math, and then certain other courses, sort of in that sciencey field. So again, yeah, for anyone who has a transcript that's from outside of Canada, you would get an evaluation of your credential to make sure it's equivalent, and then they check the courses that you've taken to make sure that you have the required prerequisites. The language information there is on the right. Again, if your diploma is from an institution that isn't English as a primary language, you're required to provide the language requirements as well. I won't go through them all, but we do have a number of different options for you. Duolingo, there's different programs you can get that certified by, and our team here can help you with that as well if you have any questions or issues with that. So this program, what sort of jobs and what sort of roles would you be looking at? The positions that you would be able to go into from this program, things like mechanical engineer, mechanical systems engineer, manufacturing, automation engineering, controls, robotics. So it's really focused on building those complicated assembly lines, learning how things work, working with pneumatics and hydraulics, even energy systems engineers. So this program also has a big focus on environmental impacts, how we can build systems for the future, how we can build systems that understand the impact that they have on climate and climate change, and then working in the energy field as well. The types of settings you might be working in, very diverse, because again, and this is growing. This domain is great to get into in that, as I mentioned, companies are always getting more modern and growing and adding new things to them. The companies that need these type of jobs is only going to expand as the world continues to progress. And you see robots walking down the street, right? Everybody is adding these things. So advanced manufacturing facilities, which are great. They're all over the place, from cars to farms. Everybody's building with robots and adding automation. As an engineer, you can with this engineering degree, you can progress to be a bit more high level as well, where you're maybe not working on the machines, but maybe you're designing and consulting the machines, right? Industrial equipment and machinery manufacturers, automotive and transportation industries. Toyota is a big partner here with us at the college. We have a growing assembly line that you get to work on that is a big partnership with Toyota that we're building right now. If you've ever been in one of these massive automotive plants, they're almost a mini city, really. But they employ thousands of people, and they have incredible technology that helps them build these ever complex cars, EVs. Cars are rolling computers these days, and they're just getting more and more complex as new technologies get integrated into them, and they need solutions for building these cars. energy, HVAC, environmental systems. You'll help. We teach you how to work with those systems, how to build and design them as well. Metal manufacturing, welding, joining operations. This program has a major option in it, and that you can major in welding as well. So if that's something that's interest to you, starting I think in the second year, you get to start specializing in welding as well if you'd like. Any sort of technology-driven product development companies, which again are growing in size and scope every day, and public infrastructure, utilities, government agencies, they're looking to take advantage of building, smarter grids and building better and more efficient systems within, municipal, provincial, federal levels of government as well. So some highlights from this program. So it is a CEAB, which may not mean anything to you, that acronym, but if you're unaware, engineering in Canada is a registered profession. Not anybody can call themselves an engineer in Canada. We have an accreditation board at the Canadian level that accredits institutions that provide engineering degrees to make sure that they are up to snuff, essentially, that they are thorough and they're meeting the engineering requirements. And this program is one of those, so it's an accredited engineering degree, and that is your first step to becoming a professional engineer in Ontario. So the first step is you need to have an accredited engineering degree, and then there are a few other requirements that you're required to take after you graduate to certify yourself as a professional engineer. There's an exam you take. You need a certain amount of work experience, which your co-op in this program can help you build towards as well. And then you can become a certified engineer, and it just sort of signifies to industry that you have the level of accreditation, that you know your ethics, you know all these certain things. But it makes you very employable. So again, engineering is something that many companies are looking for. And once you get to that professional engineering designation, you get to call yourself an engineer, and you get to do certain high-level engineering work that only engineers can do in Ontario. This program has interdisciplinary focus. So again, you're looking at a wide breadth of domains within the mechanical engineering umbrella. So mechanical, industrial, control engineering, all things you're going to touch on in this program. Really a big emphasis on automated and computer-controlled mechanical systems. You'll get to build them. You'll get to put them together. We have incredible facilities here at the college. With great industry support, as Amy mentioned earlier. Just yesterday, faculty went down to a donation from a large industry partner who's donating a whole truck full of new equipment for us that we're going to bring in for students to use. Again, a really strong integration of that manufacturing design and automation skills. So you'll be able to not only create them, put the things together, but also design them as well. As I mentioned, has that 12 months of paid co-op work experience that you'll have by the end of your graduation, which again gives you a leg up when you're entering the workforce. I mentioned the optional major there in welding as well. So if that's something that's of interest to you, you can specialize in welding, and really will just prepare you for those diverse engineering careers in manufacturing, energy, and industrial systems. Some course highlights. You can check the full course curriculum online, but you'll be studying things such as fluid mechanics, thermodynamics, how materials impact machines, how to design and analyze machines. Again, robotics, control systems, and the highlight of the program, which is a lot of our programs, there's a Capstone engineering design project at the end of the program, where you get to build, design, and create a complex system as a team with many other students to showcase your skills. You get to learn not only the hard skills of how to build, design, and create one of these systems, but the soft skills as well of how to work as a team, right? Which is a really important set of skills you need in industry. You want to have those strong technical skills, but you also need to know how to work the team, how to solve problems, how to overcome things when things don't go wrong, and that we'll try to make sure that you have those skills as well.